Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching this replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. Also make sure if you have already subscribed that you are still subscribed. There's been some issues with YouTube and people becoming unsubscribed. I've had a couple of people let me know that they were, and I know that other people on YouTube have been talking about the same thing as well. So definitely make sure, if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you swing on by and get yourself set up with that. I am working on the monthlies, so I am going to have monthlies for the month of December coming out, the monthly readings, and I have a good chunk of those done, and I'm going to start releasing those maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I think that would be good. So we will get started with releasing those. Lots of great readings coming through. I also am intending on doing the 2022 readings for all 12 of the signs. So watch for those to be coming up on my channel as well. So let's talk about this week's energy though. There is an intensity for sure. We are in this eclipse portal, right? So we had, with the full moon, we had a partial lunar eclipse, very intense energy. That was on the 19th, okay? So a very intense energy, a very powerful energy as well. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I would guess that we had, maybe you had a lot of important insights coming through that day. Maybe you have had a lot of, things happen for you that were helpful in showing you something. Maybe things just happened for you that day that maybe we'll look back on and will be important, but definitely important time and important energy. Maybe you had none of the above, but there's a lot of shifting that's happening with these energies. And I felt like that was an opportunity as well to clear and release things that we have been working on clearing and releasing for quite some time. Now we're in an eclipse portal. So what that means is that with this new moon, and that's going to be happening on, I think it's a Saturday, on the 4th, we will have a solar eclipse along with that, right? So kind of within this period of time, there is that clearing is still happening, and there is an intensity, and it's kind of a different, unique energy, and it's very much an energy of expecting the unexpected. I think if you take nothing else away from this video, that is the important message here. Expect the unexpected. And so when we are expecting the unexpected, it's really important that we're doing our best to flow with the energy and to allow ourselves to just go with the flow with whatever happens to be showing up. And understanding that works both ways, right? You may have difficult things kind of happening that throw you off, but maybe they throw you off and they put you into a situation that is better for you in some way, or you know, they are creating change within your life. So all of this is happening. I think it's important for us to understand it's all happening for us. So even if it feels challenging, even if it feels difficult, it's happening for us. But I also do feel like there's really positive things that will feel very positive in that moment as well, where like there are these little and big miracles that are happening, or these happy little surprises, these little synchronicities that are happening. So I think that we can expect a lot of magic mixed in with maybe more of the challenge. I also feel like, hopefully this isn't just me. Okay, I don't think this is just me, but I think that this is kind of the collective energy where we're maybe feeling less connected to our physical bodies. I can't tell you guys, like, the number of silly little things that have happened to me, like, because I was disconnected from my physical body, or just like dumb little stuff, right? But definitely I'm finding myself sort of fumbling my way around this past week. So it is important. I keep having to remind myself that we need to ground ourselves. We need to like pause and stay connected to ourselves and what it is that we're doing, because I think sometimes when the energy is this intense, I have a hard time feeling grounded, and I think that that's true of the collective as well. So just taking a moment to kind of reconnect to the earth, reconnect with yourself, really pausing and thinking about the things that you're doing, I think will be helpful to be more intentional with our time as well. So making sure that we're doing that, okay, for sure, because you will avoid yourself, even just like thinking about like how I stubbed my toe this morning, and I've had a lot of stuff going on with my feet. Some of you guys know a lot of things happening, a lot of like silly little accidents. So just like, again, being aware of where you are in space and time, and what's happening and what you're doing, and trying not to be too unconscious in the moment, just really connected with what it is that we're doing. Okay. But I would expect, things to go maybe differently according to your plan. Maybe things will go according to plan. Definitely set intentions, right? But expect things to go differently. Leave room for that, and understand that, if they're going differently, that they're going according to God's plan, and God's plan is always going to be better. So we need to just let ourselves, as best as we can, to trust the process, and to let ourselves flow with what's showing up for us, and flow with the actions that we're feeling called to take. This is really, really key. I also, when I was connecting with this energy, I got very, very clearly that this week, and I feel like throughout the rest of this month, there are opportunities to feel seen. So what I mean by that is, I would notice what people are reflecting back to you, especially like the positive stuff, right? Because sometimes this isn't about like hearing negative things that people say to you and letting that define you. That's not what I'm talking about here, okay? Because we really don't want to do that. Yes, if someone reflects something back to you and you're aware like, oh yeah, that's something that I need to work on, absolutely, then work on it, okay? So that's one example of how this can play out. But I also feel like more of it is going to be like people seeing things within you, people seeing what you bring to the table, seeing the beautiful things within you, seeing the beauty of you, seeing what you have to offer, what you have to share, what your gifts are. And notice the things that people say to you or reflect back to you about those things this week, because I think that there are some nice little gifts within that, where it's helping us to see ourselves as other people see us, which is going to be important as we're stepping into 2022, as we're stepping into even more so our most authentic self. There is also here in this week this energy of reevaluation. I mean, how many times can we reevaluate, right? But we've been doing this, and I feel like here we are, right? We are preparing, and that's only going to continue through the month of December. So allow the process. You don't have to force it or hurry it or anything like that, but just notice what's coming up for you, because I feel like there's a little bit of this energy of us looking back and asking ourselves, did I miss an opportunity there? Or what would I have done differently there? And in some cases, I think the answer is going to be no, right? Where we take a look back and we're finally able to close certain chapters in our life. And then in some situations, I think we're going to take a look and we're going to go, you know what? I didn't take that opportunity, or I didn't go after that thing. I didn't start that thing because I felt afraid. And I think that there are doors opening for us to revisit these things, whether it's, like you wanted to take a leap of faith, you wanted to start something, or you were closed off to a relationship, and now suddenly you're connecting with that, and you're like, maybe I just wasn't ready for that, but now I feel ready for that. So there's this whole reevaluation that's happening here, where we're re-exploring what we want and what does align for us and what doesn't align for us. And I also think some of that's going to be like us taking a look at what's happening now in our lives and reevaluating that. I am not the same person that I was at the beginning of this year. And so what still aligns for me in my life? What still belongs here? Okay. I think all of us have done a lot of work, and we aren't the same person. I keep saying this. I feel like even a month ago, we're not the same person that we were a month ago. There's so much growth. There's so much development. And so allowing this reevaluation so that we can figure out, what opportunities do we need to go after? What do we need to revisit? And what do we need to release in our lives to allow us to set ourselves up for success as we're stepping into 2022? So lots of interesting stuff happening, be mindful. You know, I think there are possibilities for us to go into our head with this, but I think if you can just let yourself instead go into your soul, go into your heart, and let that lead you, I think maybe that's going to be the best course of action for this. And again, being able to flow and expect the unexpected, being able to adjust when things don't go according to plan. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards that I pulled here for this. So I started with the cards from my Find Your Magic deck. So we have the Soul card. Okay, so this is having us ask, are you guided by your ego or are you guided by your soul? I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but it's going away. Okay. Are you guided by your ego or are you guided by your soul? Okay. So this is about getting your ego in check. And this is about taking a look at, as I'm evaluating my life, as I'm evaluating what I want to keep in my life, what I want to add to my life, what I want to release from my life, where am I making those decisions from? Because if I'm making those decisions from a place of fear, that's not honoring my soul. That's not me listening to my soul. And what do I really, really want here? What is my soul guiding me to have, rather than my ego that maybe is wanting just that fulfillment in the moment rather than the fulfillment for the long term, I feel like I need to say. We also have the Purpose card, okay? So everything that's happening right now is happening for us, and it's happening for a reason. It's happening for a purpose, and it's also helping us to connect with our most purposeful life. And by the way, right next to this, what it is leading to is freedom. Okay? So a lot that's happening right now is working on setting us free. But I very much feel like this is about us setting ourselves free through the choices that we're making and through letting ourselves take advantage of this energy that we have going on right now. The Six of Pentacles is coming up in the tarot deck, okay? So Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. It's about allowing ourselves to receive as much as we are giving. And I think that we kind of have come to this place as a collective where we're wanting that, where we're expecting that, you know, where we're no longer willing to just give and give and give to the point that we're so exhausted and we're not receiving that back. We're looking for connections in our life where we are getting that back, okay? And we're not willing to settle for less than that. We really want to be able to be excited about the giving that we're doing, but also to be able to receive as well, and to allow ourselves to be open to receive, because sometimes that's hard, especially for the helpers, right? It's hard sometimes to allow ourselves to receive. This Four of Cups is showing up again. I feel like this is part of that reevaluation that we're doing, right? So we might be taking another look at an opportunity that maybe came in at the wrong time. So an opportunity that came in at the wrong time, we weren't in the right place for it. We didn't, you know, we doubted ourselves. A relationship that came at a time that it didn't feel like the right timing. Something that came in a time where it didn't feel right, but now we're taking a look at that and we're saying, maybe I need to try again, or maybe I need to be open to this, or maybe I do need to, maybe now's the time for me to take that leap of faith. I maybe tabled an idea in the past and now I am opening to this, okay? Then we have the Eight of Cups. We're searching for purpose. We're searching for meaning. We might be turning our backs on things that just don't align for us. We're getting to real depth here. We're not looking for surface level anything in our lives anymore. We're not looking for surface level relationships. We're not looking for surface level work. We want to do something that feels purposeful, and we want to connect in a way that feels purposeful. And I think that as a collective, we're getting to this place where we're willing to turn our back on the things that don't feel meaningful, that don't feel purposeful, that don't feel divinely guided, that don't align with what we really want. This is kind of that card where it says, it's close, but it's not good enough, right? I want more. I know that I deserve more. I know that there is something more out there, but there is that faith that we have to go in seeking for this cup, right? For this thing that we want in our life. And that is going to require us to release something else, to release something that's almost there, but it's not quite it, okay? The King of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles showing up. If you have thought about starting your own business or doing something that's like leveling you up in your business or leveling you up in your work, or just anything that you're putting your time and your energy into, can have a really great payoff here, okay? So definitely follow your soul in the way that it is guiding you. I also feel like as a collective, this is about us connecting with more stability. So there's a stability that's coming through even in the chaos of all of this energy that we have happening around us. We're seeking that stability, okay? We also have this Four of Swords. This is not a time to push yourself extra hard, right? I was pushing myself really hard and wasn't listening to the message that I needed to take a break. So the universe hurt my ankle for a few days pretty good to force this break upon me, okay? It's definitely getting better now, but you know, we need to honor that rest and the relaxation that we need, or the universe will do that for us, okay? I feel like somebody needs to hear that. On the other side of that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? So interesting. We have King and Queen of Pentacles with this rest in between. Those of you who are wanting to connect with your person, you know, who are looking for love, definitely we're moving in that direction, although I feel like that's more out in like into the new year. But what lies between them is taking a pause, taking that time for rest, relaxation, self-care, processing, reflection, reevaluation, all the things, right? In order to bring this King and Queen of Pentacles together. Now, this may not be about relationships for you. This can also be about connecting you to stability, connecting you to your physical body, right? With like I said, we need to be grounded. We need to be more connected. Connecting you with resources, money, the things that you want. Pentacles are oftentimes connected with money, or you know, having the things that we need, manifesting the things that we want. So definitely a lot of security, stability that's coming in for us, opportunities for that. And we finally have here, for the last card for this week, the Judgment card, okay? So I feel like this is us or other people in our world making a judgment that impacts us significantly. This is a major arcana card, okay? So what that means is that this is a pretty significant event coming in. And I feel like we're making important judgment calls for our lives, or someone else is making a judgment that is impacting our lives in a positive way. Definitely, okay? But this judgment coming in, and this may be part of that reevaluation where you take a look at something and you make a decision. Definitely important decisions are happening for us this week, to us this week, and we are making important decisions this week. So those are your messages for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will start rolling out those monthlies pretty soon, so keep an eye out for those on my YouTube channel. And if you want to learn more about my membership, you can check that out at claritybychristy.com. If you want to learn more about me or my services, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com. I will put those links below. All right, thanks guys. Take care, and I will see you soon with another video.